Hello everyone! Welcome to It's Crochet O'Clock. My name is Stephanie and we do this live almost every Monday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's just a virtual gathering of folks who like yarny and squish things. You can crochet, you can knit, you can weave, you can spin, whatever it is that you would like. That is what we do here, and we chit chat. If this is your first time ever participating in a YouTube live, please make sure that you are logged into your YouTube account. If you're not logged into your YouTube account, it will not let you participate in the live chat. While you're at it, make sure that you select live chat instead of top chat from the drop down menu. If it's on top chat, then you are going to miss some things that are said for some reason. I don't know what the algorithm is for who it decides it's going to show its messages, but it does not show all of the messages if you aren't on live chat. And then, for the disclaimer, before we get into everything, we have the Three Musketeers here. So if you are new or newer here, then you need to be aware that Freaky, Anthony, and Sue, and sometimes there are a few people that are vying for the D'Artagnan position. If you say something and a pun can be made out of it, one of them is going to hop on it. It's all in good fun. They're locals. They're not trolls. Just roll with it. They don't mean anything by it. Hello, everybody. The live chat is just going ba-bing, ba-bing, ba-bing. Yay! Oh, Anthony says that he hasn't done it yet. He hasn't done anything yet. Yet. That's the keyword. See, D. That's the keyword. So for our moderators this evening, we have Ida and we have D, and Steph is not going to be here, and I don't think that DB is going to be here this evening. Let's see who else. There's Aunt Ida right there. Kim should be here at some point. I think that that's who all we have here this evening. Hello from breezy Illinois, where it's beautiful. Oh, listen, it's hot. It's hot here in New Mexico. Super, super, super hot. Yes, we are in the Queen of Frog House. That's true. That is true. I have nothing against frogging. Hello, John. Hello. And Joan. Hello, Joan. Crochet Nana. Do you want to build a snowman? Yes. At this moment, I absolutely do. I would love to build a snowman. I know that I did not talk like that through the winter, but listen, I didn't mean it, okay? What I really meant was that I don't like snow and ice, okay? I would like to have the cooler weather back, please. Where's Freaky? Is he gaming or dealing with the cat? Lord only knows. But I'm sure Freaky will show up sometime soon. Sometime very soon. Whew, I love breaking into a new ball. Yay. I am permitted to go into the stash again since we're fully stocked. I can go back into the stash again. What a great feeling that is. I want to build a sandcastle. Oh, you know, a sandcastle would be nice too. Not even gonna lie about that one. A sandcastle would be super nice. Did you guys have a good week? I hope you had a good week. I had an okay week. Why am I doing a treble? I have no idea. Which do you prefer, being cold or hot? I prefer to be quite comfortable right in the middle. Oh yes, D is getting very yucky weather up there. The craziness of it all. Oh, wait. Can you believe that? They're getting snow in Wyoming. The rest of us are melting. And she's getting snow. Hello, Anastasia. I would rather be hot than cold. I don't know. I'd rather be cold. If it's cold, I can put on more clothes. If it's hot, you can't take enough clothes off. Listen, ain't that the truth? Yesterday, I'm not even going to lie to you, I spent 2 hours laying in the bathtub. I popped a squat in the bathtub with the fan blowing on me. I set up my iPad, had my little Bluetooth speaker, had my sweet tea, and it had my little cushion, and I just laid there in the bathtub with the fan blowing on me for a good 2 hours yesterday. And then I got afraid that I was going to fall asleep in the bathtub, so I decided to get out of the bathtub. But that I spent a good amount of time just sitting there in that bathtub yesterday. Better now since it's crochet time with all of you. I know. Don't forget that, and I will probably say this a couple more times throughout the live, just in case some folks haven't gotten here. There will not be a live next Monday. I am taking vacation. After all of the Good Loops orders come in, on Friday I will fulfill all of the orders that are in before 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. That's 1 p.m. Eastern Time. I will fulfill all of those orders, but after that I am on vacation and I will not be doing anything until Tuesday morning. So no live next week because I'm vacationing. Dee's having issues with her phone. It will not hush. I took last week off from crocheting. My wrist was swollen, but I'm back to working on my baby blankets because my sister and my cousin are both having babies in the next 2 months. Ooh, mercy. I'm glad that your wrist is feeling better. It doesn't sound like it's too much fun. Ooh, no live. Yay for you having a vacation. You deserve it. It's the first time I've taken time off this many days off in a row in 3 years. My Aunt Jean Ann says that she's like, really? You're going to be able to do it? I'm going to try my hardest. Going to try my hardest. Yes. Anna, you're going to be busy. Yes, Anastasia is going to be busy. But you know what? It's busy for a good reason. A very good reason, I would say. Hello, Terry. Welcome to the chat. Sister is having a daughter and cousin is having a son. Ooh, fun. Whew. Speaking of Terry, thank you so much for sending me Dixie crystals, because I'm telling you, Sweet Tea just hasn't been the same. In 4 years, it just hasn't been, almost 5 now. Hadn't been the same. Oh, I'm telling you, there's a difference. There is a difference. Brown Santa should be there Wednesday before the end of the day. Yay! We have John sent in his Snowball Express blanket. Looking forward to unboxing that one at the end of the month. It's a very, very colorful one. He's been showing us pictures in the It's Crochet O'Clock Facebook group as he was working on it. That blanket was a struggle for him. I'm working with my new shipment of yarn that I received. I had to break it open and play with it at lunch today. I couldn't wait. Oh, bless your heart, Diana. Poor thing, but I do understand. You're going to have to post pictures. Don't forget to post pictures of the stuff that you make with that, because those are some beautiful colors. I want to see what you're going to make with that. Sweet tea needs Dixie crystals. Yes, it does. I'm so sad I can't have sweet tea anymore due to diabetes. Unsweet it is. Oof. Bless your heart. Bless your heart. I don't know anything about Dixie crystals. Bless your heart too. It's sugar. It's a specific brand of sugar, and you can tell the difference. At least I can. I can tell the difference. And ooh, it's so good. So good. I was using up other sugar that I had already opened before, so this is my first gallon of sweet tea with it. Terry got her first shipment of Good Loops yarn today. She's so excited. I'm excited for you. Super excited for you. Weren't you going to make washcloths? Hello, Beverly. Working on a blanket for my mom now. No one tell her. Well, honey, I think that the chances of that are very, very slim considering that we don't know her. I'm on the last round of the border for one blanket. The monster is working on the border for another blanket, and she is helping me since I helped her. Aw, she's so kind. Miss Kitty said she has to use Splenda because of diabetes. I'm so sorry, you guys. My Aunt Jean Ann doesn't use sugar. She uses Splenda too now. Sweet tea just needs my fingers in it to make it sweeter. Lord, somebody get out the boots. It's getting deep in here. Yay, DB is here. Everybody please send warm thoughts to DB. She's having gallbladder issues, bless her heart. She was having a gallbladder attack last night. So she is coming, she is logged in. Talk about loyalty and dedication. She is logged in from her hospital room right now. So glad that you can be here, DB. Yes, I am making dishcloths that match my small appliances in my kitchen. I'm using the lime and eco cotton. Did I choose right? Because I think that that's a I think that that was pretty close to what you were showing me. Is Aunt Jean Ann here? No, Aunt Jean Ann is not here yet. She is at Bible study. So she will be here in about 45 minutes to about an hour, I'm thinking. Good morning, Leanne. Hello. Oh, Sue's trying to pick a fight with Anthony. She said, doesn't it turn the tea sour? Sending positive wom-woms your way. Oh, Anastasia, I adore you. Positive wom-woms. Gonna use that one. I'm stealing that one. It's officially stolen. Lime is perfect. Good. I'm glad. I've gotten really addicted to making, I know that I've said this a couple times, but I've gotten so addicted to making washcloths. Guys, they're so, like, so easy to do, and they're not time consuming, so you get that gratification quicker. I like making washcloths. The problem is the washcloths that I make are too stinking pretty. They're too pretty, and then I don't want to use them because I make them too pretty. Hello, Dizzy Lizzie. Anthony's digging deep. He is, isn't he? He's working overtime since Freaky isn't here. They're down to 2, so you know they gotta work super hard. How many have you made? A bunch. I've made a bunch. You know what I should probably do? I should probably just keep making them and give them away as Christmas gifts or something. Because if I keep them, they're just going to sit there. Or I'll end up putting them in frames and hanging them on the wall because I cannot bring myself to use them. I think I had one around here that I made. I don't know. Where did I put it? No, not there. Where did I put it? Oh, it's all the way up there. Hang on, I'll get it. Woo. Here it is. There's one that I made. And I don't want to use it. I don't want to use it at all. But I love it. I love it so much. But I can't bring myself to use it. I just can't. There's my Aunt Jean Ann. She showed up early. Hello, I thought you were in Bible study. You guys, today is a very special day. I was waiting for her to get here, but today is my Aunt Jean Ann's birthday. It is the day that the world was graced with my Aunt Jean Ann's presence. It's a very, very, very special day. I'm using my Good Loops yarn for disc cloths and face cloths. My daughter received some for her birthday. I saw you posting pictures of it. So, it's my Aunt Jean Ann's birthday. So, what do we do for birthdays? We, oh, she had Bible study early. So that's why she's here early. Okay. All right. You ready? Me, 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 me. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, my Aunt Jean Ann. Happy birthday to you. And many, 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 many more. I love you very much. All the birthday cakes going up for my Aunt Jean Ann. She's a very, very, very special lady to me, you guys. She's that rock that stands behind me. John, shush. She's always there, whether I'm happy or I'm sad or I'm screaming and crying because I'm so angry. My Aunt Jean Ann is always there for me, and she always takes it all in stride. John is being mean. Somebody give him, like, somebody put him in the corner for that. I think that's corner worthy. Birthday wishes are still coming in. Sue! Anthony! Alright, all of y'all. Moderators? Spanners? Where's Kim? See, Kim would have been all over this already. Where's Kim? Suckerfishes. They're all so mean to me. I take such good care of all of you. Alright. Stephanie keeps talking about how amazing Aunt Jean Ann is, and she's going to cry. I know, that's why I stopped. So everybody needs to Everybody needs to tell me the projects that you're working on. Is anybody working on a Snowball Express blanket right now? I know that Sue is, but is anybody else working on a Snowball Express blanket? The color she picked for me worked perfect. Sorry for the delayed answers. Hands were full with babies. That's okay. I'm glad that they are exactly what you wanted, Diana. Hello, Kirby and Freaky. That's okay, Hazel. You can listen. Beverly is working on a Snowball Express blanket. Yay! We are doing lovely, Freaky. Thank you for asking. You guys, before you know it, the deadline is going to be here super quick. I think we have a little over 2 months before the deadline. I will not have the time to make one like I have planned, but I am going to make extra for next year. Oh, bummer. I'm so sorry, Anastasia. The kids loved your blanket. That little girl loved your blanket so much. Hello, Veronica. After Yaya's hugs, I'll make my snowball blankets. Good. I am glad to hear it, you guys. Because the countdown is ticking. I am. I got a fleece one. I'm adding the border to at the moment. Then I'm going to try to finish the crochet one I've started. Awesome. I know Ida's got a whole bunch going on. Oh, there we go. Ida has made 5 or 6 fleecy blankets. Yay! I know, Anastasia. I get it. Ida's blankets are great. Julie's correct. We've gotten to see a couple of them during the patron Zoom meetings. Some really pretty ones. Stephanie, are you cooled off today? You know, it is definitely not how I would enjoy it. It is not the 68 degrees that I like it, but it is manageable. Definitely manageable. And you guys, you should never listen to anything I say because I'm an idiot. I am just an idiot. I have been sitting here suffering for weeks with unbearable heat. And last night, while on the phone with somebody very, very special to me, we were talking about the situation, and I decided to Google a question, and when I Googled the question, another question, Google showed me the answers to another question, of course, but thankfully it did, because then it reminded me that, hello, I have 2 switches to my swamp cooler, not just one. So all this time I've been doing nothing but running the fan, and I actually forgot to turn on the pump. So there was no water going into my swamp cooler. So it was literally just blowing the 100-degree air from outside into my house and was cooking us. Because I am an idiot. Up. There's Kim. She's hanging out with the dye wench. What fun. And she said that they are sewing, i.e. Kim is sewing and dye wench is watching. That's okay. That happens. I'm sure you're making something super awesome. Oh, there's Carrie Randall, and she's leaving just as quickly as she came, and Ruth came in. My Aunt Jean Ann reminded Anastasia when all of the pictures went up from the Snowball Express event, from that particular event, because the kids do all kinds of events over the week, that they're there. My Aunt Jean Ann saw them first, and she brought it to my attention, but she came to me screaming because she actually, I think Anastasia was the one that she met to pick up her blankets because they live in the same city. So my Aunt Jean Ann went and met Anastasia and picked up the blankets. So she had seen that one and had a mental connection to it because it was the only ones that she personally had picked up. All of the other ones were mailed in. So she saw that girl smiling with it so big, and she's like, Anastasia's blanket! It's there! She was so excited about it. We will not say anything. Listen, you guys, I can't believe that I did that. Now, granted, at the hottest part of the day, it's still definitely not as cool as I would like it because I am a 68 degrees person. But it is not sweltering like it was, so I am very, very thankful for that. Uh-oh. Anthony said something. Uh-oh. There's no telling. Uh-oh. Anthony zipped his mouth. Okay. He's being a good boy. My pet monsters came to check on me. They thought I was crying. I was, but because of laughter. Oh, well, thanks, Sue. I was none too happy last night when I realized that. But very quickly it started to cool off in my house, so I was thankful that I finally figured it out. At least you figured out why it was cooling. I don't know what that was. I don't know, okay? I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. It was not my brightest moment, you guys. What type of weather do you have out today, Freaky? Outside weather. How freaky missed Anthony and I be putting in time out. Lord, it takes a big person to admit when they was not thinking right. See? Thank you, Freaky. I was definitely not thinking right. I know, suffering for weeks I suffered, you guys. It's hot and rainy and muggy here in Florida. Oh, I'll take some rain. Just a little bit of rain. I want like Great Britain rain, where it's just like that constant drizzle. That's what I want. I want it bad. John got timed out too. See, that's what y'all get. It serves you right. That way you'll learn. The sun is finally out here. Oh, good, Ruth. Isn't he just a hoot? He is. He is. He really is. He's got his own club. They're all aspiring to be like him. Kind of muggy here too, though. But no rain, though it's been forecast for the weekend gone by. But you will enjoy your vacation now instead of roasting. Ain't that the truth? Yes, I will. You know what I think I'm going to do? I have plans for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But I think Monday, all day long on Monday, I think I'm going to binge watch the latest season of Outlander. Because I didn't watch any of this season because I hate waiting for the next week for the episodes. So I haven't watched any of this new season. So I think on Monday I'm just going to turn everything off. I'm going to plop down on the couch and I'm going to binge Outlander. That's my plan anyway. I don't know if it's going to work out that way, but we'll see. Stephanie, I wasn't laughing because you did not flip both switches. I was laughing because of being timed out. Oh, you're not supposed to laugh at punishment. It's called punishment for a reason. I'm sending my misbehaving children to Ida. She can be scary. She can be. She can be very scary. Ida's like my Aunt Jean Ann. She's all soft. If you're not a patron and you haven't been in the Zoom meetings, then you just don't understand. She's got this very super soft voice, but she can just look at you. And like my aunt, you know you're in trouble when my aunt turns around and says, "Pardon me?" Oh, like all she has to do in that sweet soft voice is say, "Pardon me?" And you instantly sit up straighter. Ida has that ability too. Hello, Alicia. I was waiting for that. Mm-hmm. The volume, I'm a bit slow. Oh. It's the look. It is. It's the look with the combination of calm questioning. Have you lost your mind, child? Yes, I did. I can also curdle milk with one of my looks. Ooh, that's serious. That's very serious, y'all. My grandmother was like that. All she had to do was just look at you. My kids say that about me. But my face also has the problem. You know, my mouth can tell a lie, but my face cannot. So I don't even bother because my face my face tells everything. My kids at school call me the tailinator. Oh. Well, if they don't act up, then they don't have anything to worry about. Like the drama days when you were teaching drama. Hello, Pat. It's the same thing. I did frog it because I didn't like the way that it was coming out. But I still have all of the pieces here. We're just going to try to put them back together in a different way. Goodbye, Debbie. And thank you so much. I will. Wait till your father gets home. Oh. Sue, where I come from, we just call that the Italian face. I can't help it. That's my face. It's my face all the time. Elena said that put too much fear in me too often. Dee said, I'm mom and dad, so no waiting for me. Whew. They get no waiting period. Of go to your room, think about what you've done. Your father will deal with this when he gets home. Mm-hmm. You can't help it with that face, honestly. I mean, it's just my face. I have to actively think about it. I have to actively think about smiling and not having that face constantly. Constantly. Because if not, everybody's like, why are you mad? What's wrong? Nothing's wrong. I'm just sitting here. Or if I'm sitting there at work and I'm counting, what's wrong? What's going on? You okay? Yes, I'm just counting. Hope said my dad was scary. I never really got into trouble. Well, that's a good thing. I'm not yelling, I'm projecting. My son's finally getting tired. Once he is asleep, you're going up on the TV. Oh, thanks for the warning. Mercy. I also have the resting crochet face. Looks like I'm angry, but most likely I'm just trying to figure out Stephanie's crochet pattern. I gave you a warning. I did give you a warning. I gave you ample time to prepare yourself. Hubby says I give that deadly look when it's needed and sometimes when it's not needed. Listen, sometimes it just sneaks out, okay? I'm telling you, I have that problem. Sometimes it just sneaks out. Can be standing there in the grocery store. No Duke mayonnaise on the shelf. Ask them to go look in the back. And then they come out and they're like, no ma'am, we have no Duke's mayonnaise. My mouth will say, oh, okay, well, thank you. You have a great day. Meanwhile, as I'm pulling Hellmann's off the shelf because there's no Duke's, my face is telling him where he can go. I can't hide my dissatisfaction. That was my face last week putting Jean Ann on the hoop. Yeah, 19-inch hook, or hoop. Yeah. Have you received any drawings for the t-shirt contest? Nope. Not a single one. "50 folks watching. Hit the like button. We're at 33 likes. Oof, you guys. Hit the like button. Do I need to send you some Duke's mayonnaise? I have some. I was just using that as an example. I do have some. Come here. Get in there. Thank you. I love Duke's too. I don't like Duke's. I prefer Hellmann's. I like, Duke's is tangier. Wait, what t-shirt contest? Did I miss it or just forget about it? Honey, I think you forgot about it because we were going to do a contest for Team Delbert and Team It's Crochet O'Clock shirts. Publix just had Duke's mayo on sale. BOGO. Man. I've been asking the monsters about doing a draw, and I think by Tuesday morning they forget about it. Aw, bummer. Or you ask if they have it in the back, and without even looking, they say it's not on the shelf, we don't have it, right? Right? Publix is my jam. Listen, I miss a good pub sub. I do. I miss a good pub sub. But I learned that the bakery here in my local grocery store, they have sourdough bread that is a lot like Publix bread that they use for their subs. Oh yeah. And if I can get there before the deli closes, and I can get the good roast beef and the good turkey, woo! I can make it almost taste like a pub sub. Yes, I can. I mean, it's not a pub sub, of course, but it's very, very close. Their holiday commercials always make you cry from the feels. Listen, it ain't even got to be a holiday to make me cry. Coffee commercials will make me cry. John partook of the Lord's chicken last week. Yes, he did. He had his first visit to the Lord's chicken. He enjoyed it, as we all knew he would. It's very good. He didn't wait this long to share. He posted it in the Facebook group. Is there a picture of him you can share in the Facebook group to give us a visual to go by for a drawing? I have no pictures of Delbert, but you can go back and look. I think it was the Christmas Eve and the New Year's Eve ones was his first visits on the channel. That's right, he said he wouldn't pose for a picture because of the paparazzi. He refused. Apparently The Walking Dead makes me cry. Oh, speaking of shows making you cry, has everybody watched the most recent season of Poldark? You guys, I just finished it. Today, I finished the last half hour of the last episode, because that's how I've been watching them, like a half hour at a time, and then I gotta pause it and come back to it later. I finally got to finish it, you guys. You guys, what a fabulous end to the season. What a fabulous end to the season. And how about George? Just, I was so happy. I was sitting there clutching my pearls, just staring at the TV going, oh. I was so happy. Hello, Diana. She says that her Snowball Express blanket is almost done. Yay! Publix Thanksgiving salt and pepper shakers. I love those little pilgrims. Oh! Had to take out my Afghan and start all over. It's very irritating. Listen, I know those feels. I know those feels. I wrote myself a note to remind the monsters about the pictures of Delbert. Yes, because if we don't, then we will not end up with Team Delbert and Team It's Crochet O'Clock t-shirts. And how shall we count the numbers next year at conference in Denver? What show are you talking about? Poldark. I was thinking of starting Poldark, but I don't know. I picked Vikings where I left off season 4 and decided to give it another try. Vikings was hard for me to stay in after Ragnar. After the loss of Ragnar, it was very, very hard for me to stay in. What is Snowball? Snowball Express is a Gary Sinise Foundation charity where they take children and their surviving parents, children of fallen warriors, to Disney World every year between Thanksgiving and Christmas for a week. They don't have to pay for anything. They fly them there, pay for their hotel, pay for their food. They have special events for them at Disney all throughout the weekend to help them, because often whenever you lose somebody, the holidays are the hardest time of the year. So it gives them the opportunity to have some fun, but also, more importantly, introduces them to other children who understand exactly how they feel and they understand their loss. One of the events that they do for them is on the very last day that they are there, and they each get to pick out their own handmade blanket, and that is where we come in. We participated in it last year. We had a lot of fun doing it. We got a lot of blankets gathered up. This year, not so much yet, but it always starts to pick up more the closer the deadline gets. So they have to be handmade blankets. They cannot be store-bought blankets. They can be crochet, knitted, quilted. Doesn't matter. They can also be fleece with crochet edges, but they can only be one layer of fleece if that is the case. There is specific measurements and do's and don'ts. You can find them on the It's Crochet O'Clock website. Dee will probably be putting in a link, Dee or Ida will put in a link for you guys. So if you haven't heard about it, you can go and you can read up there. I think the biggest one, because they are children of fallen warriors, people automatically want to do American flag blankets for these babies, and that is a no-no. It's a very big no-no. If you send in an American flag blanket, it will not make it through muster. It'll be donated to another local charity here, because flags are draped over caskets, and those blankets will inevitably make those babies think about the worst day of their lives. So we don't want to do that. Ragnar was in The Last Kingdom. Ragnar Lothbrok was in Vikings. I would follow Ragnar Lothbrok through the Sahara barefoot for the chance for him to just look at me. Yeah, Ragnar's in Vikings too. I was wondering about the fleece. Do you just buy fleece and edge it? Yep, that's what you do. Weren't you here that one morning, like when the world went into lockdown, and I was trying to show on my very wobbly table here how you edge it with the rotary blade? Do you make the edge edgy? I like Lagatha and Floki. Floki was funny, man. It's very, very easy to crochet borders on the fleece. And that way, you know, like you can do, you know, like superheroes or things like that if you can find fleece that has it printed on it. Because apparently the kids love that. That's cool because Uthred's Viking brother in the Last Kingdom was named Ragnar. Have you not watched Vikings proper, Terry? Because I'm feeling like you haven't watched Vikings proper. And as my friend, I have to tell you that you have to quit life and go do it right now, right now. Because Ragnar Lothbrok, honey. Ragnar Lothbrok. Mm. Stephanie, it's your fault I'm watching The Good Wife. Listen, do not blame that on me because I would never recommend anybody to watch The Good Wife. That's not me. You did that of your own self. I couldn't get into The Last Kingdom. It took me more than a couple episodes. I had to force myself because there were so many people talking about it. I had to force myself. Not yet. Oh, honey. We'll all feel it the minute that you start watching Vikings. It'll send a shock through your body. Mm-hmm. He was the main guy. Yeah, he was. I have to find out what happens. Jen, I'm telling you, in your state that you are in right now, you look, I'm telling you, don't do it. Walk away. Walk away, because if you don't come up in my IMs crying. Because I flat out ugly cried for hours. Suck ups, ugly cried. Snot going down my face. Nothing made sense anymore. Don't do it. I'm telling you, walk away. You have been warned. If you do it, it's your own fault. Yeah. John, I'm telling you, it was really strange for me, and I'm going to be honest with you, the entire last season was, it was a struggle to hold my attention for it. It really was. It was a, it was a struggle. 99% straight, but he's cute. The actor that plays her pet Christian, he is also, he played Henry VIII in The Tudors. That's so attractive, Stephanie. I know it is. I know it is. And it was horrible. And I'm trying to make sure that Jen understands the gravity of what she's walking into, because she's in a very sensitive state right now. And that show, I'm telling you, I'm not going to ruin it for anybody that's a glutton for punishment, but there is a moment in that show that will crush your world. Crush it. Don't watch The Good Wife. Don't do it. And I did say ugly cry. I couldn't get into Game of Thrones. Oof. I am a Game of Thrones fanatic. I read the books forever ago. Like, I was so angry because it's one of those things, like, it could be Dallas, or it could be, you know, like Young and the Restless. Y'all remember Young and the Restless was on TV when I was a kid, and it's still going to this day. There is so much in those books and in the history that he has written. It could be like that. But oh no, they had to go and rush it. I love this doodle right now. It's good so far. Well, I'm glad somebody's loving it because I'm still not quite certain about it. But we'll see. I stopped watching Game of Thrones as they killed off anybody I liked, and that's mean. That's the way The Last Kingdom is. Oh, that's the way The Last Kingdom is. I finally started watching it, and Kelly Crownover had already watched it, and I started watching it, and that was when I was so sick a couple weeks ago. That's what I was watching in those moments where I could stay awake. And every time you fall in love with a story line, or anytime you fall in love with a character, poof, gone. I mean, it's like the writers looked at Game of Thrones and went, here, hold my beer, and then just started killing everybody and everything that you love. Is General Hospital and Days of Our Lives still on? As far as I know, yeah. I was named off of Days of Our Lives. Aww. That's because it's variegated. You seem to overanalyze variegated. I'm not a fan of variegated yarn. Not at all. My mom loved The Young and the Restless, watched it religiously. That's how we are, though, now. Except for, instead of it being daytime shows, we're all crazy about our nighttime shows. Yes, Ruth, we see you. I was named after furniture. Well, if it makes you feel any better, I was named after two women fighting over a man in a Harlequin romance novel that my mother was reading when she gave birth to me. That's how I got my name. Jenny Lynn. I bet if I tuned into them, I have the same basic storyline it has been for about 20 years since I watched them. Ugh. Another World, Edge of Night, Search for Tomorrow, Ryan's Hope. Rome was a very good show. I was so disappointed that they cut it off as early as they did. I really enjoyed that show. Oh, my Aunt Jean Ann. I'm so sorry. I knew if she was there, she was going to say something about that. I'm not going to repeat what you just said, but I love you. I love you. I was named after my great-grandmother, who was named after the Romanov. Hey, listen. This is a big family, okay? Oh. My parents had a bunch of people write names on a piece of paper. They drew 2 pieces out of a hat, and that is how I was named. After 3 boys, they did not think of any girls' names. Well, I mean, that's different. John. I was named after an actress and my grandmother. Always used to get so jealous of people who were named after, ancestors and had such fabulous stories behind their names. I was named after my mommy. I am the female version of a junior. Then I became the boy named Sue. My youngest daughter is named after a character in one of my favorite books and my Nana's middle name. Ruth said that she's named after her mom, and Dad liked the name Lalani. That is a pretty name. Yes, go ahead. The other Diana said that she was also named after her mama. She is also a junior. That must be a Diana thing. Anastasia said when my mother was pregnant with my sister, she didn't know if she wanted my sister's name to be Beverly or Kimberly, so she let me pick. I picked Kimber because 3-year-old as I was, and Jim and the holograms. Oh. Hello, Wanda. She's in Wisconsin tonight. Oh, there's Jen. Hey, Jen. My kids all have different vowels in their names. We have used up all the vowels, so we can't have more kids. Terry said, my father's side is a direct descendant from the last ruling heads of Ireland. I named my daughter after the mother of the last king of Ireland. Oh. Sue said, my granddaughter was named after JFK's first child and my great aunt, Arabella. Ooh, that's pretty. Christina was named for her great grandmother. Then when I was 4 and she passed, everyone discovered she had a different one, and I'm glad because I could have been named Wilhelmina. There's nothing wrong with the name Wilhelmina. I love the name Wilhelmina. Wanda said all 3 of my sons are named after race car drivers. Well, Wanda, considering that you drove for NASCAR for so many years, I don't think that that's strange for you. It's a very, very beautiful name, Terry. Ida, I was saying do as you must. You guys chitter chatter too much in mod chat nowadays. I was supposed to get my grandmother's middle name and my mother's middle name. I would have been Gwendolyn June. Oh, that's a pretty name. I named my oldest daughter Tabitha. That's pretty too. Oh, John. That's a bummer. There are some beautiful Gaelic names. Beautiful Gaelic names. Jen said my kids' names get shorter and shorter and their middle names get longer. They all have the same number of letters, and if you add their first and middle names, but we didn't plan that at all. That's a strange coincidence. Sue said my son's middle name is Dale. I gave birth while watching Talladega. Aww. Uh-oh, Wanda said that she thinks that she may have a chance to stop in at Hirschner's tomorrow on her way to pick up her back haul. Ooh. Anastasia said that she too loves Gaelic names. There's some very, very unique and very beautiful Gaelic names. There really are. Ugh. My nose is itching, guys. What is it? I'm gonna kiss a fool because my nose is itching. You guys always have to remind me. What is Hirschner's? It's a yarn company. I was named after my grandma, my mother's mom, who passed on before I was born. Now my mom is 90. I'm her caregiver. She has dementia. And when I tell her my name, she says that's my mother's name. Oh, how sweet. John said my youngest is Robert. We used to call him Bobby, but when he was 5, he said my name isn't Bobby. It's Robert. I said, I know your name. I named you. Good morning, Raylee. Thank you very much. And thank you, Jen. Wanda said, my oldest is Billy Scott, a dirt track driver. Middle one is Richard Kyle for the Petties. Youngest is Ricky Dale for Ricky Rudd and Dale Earnhardt. And Sue said, I wanted my youngest monster's name to be Willow because I sat under the willow tree with my grandmother and looked up at the sky. No one liked Willow, so her name is Sky. Aw. Is Delbert coming so you can kiss him? No. Not that I'm aware of. Delbert does randomly show up sometimes, but not that I am aware of. I love Willow too. I think Willow's a beautiful name. If I had another girl, she was going to be Miss Italy. I was at Daytona that fatal day. NASCAR has never been the same. Nope. Sure hasn't been. But my baby days are over. No more babies for me. I'm gonna have to get a cat. A girl cat. Name her Italy. My 3-year-old granddaughter is called Hazel May after her grandmother. It really suits her. Aww. William is a strong name. William is the name of the next King of England. Well, one of them. The next. At this rate, the Queen's gonna outlive her heir. So many of the older ones are gone. I know. Sue said my cat's name was Psycho. He was like a mini-me in cat form. Mercy. My Graham is the same age as the Queen. Listen, that woman is just going strong, isn't she? John. John. D. Oh. My first son was born at 26 weeks gestation and survived, so I named him Alexander, the Great Angel. And my second son was born 12 years later at 27 weeks, and I named, wow, holy cow, your babies. They are both miracles. Wow. Someone needs to pop his hand. Yes, someone does need to pop his hand. That's not what I said. Don't try to put that off on me, John. Don't you try. That's not what I said. I'll cut you. That's not what I said. What are you doing? Come here. What flavor of pop? The one that stings for a little while afterwards. The queen has been queen since I can remember, and I'm 70. She's been there a really long time. I did say air. Line said, my name is because my mom was one of 15 Pauline Wrights in a one-room schoolhouse in Oklahoma. She ended up being Polly, as in Polly want a cracker. This was not going to happen to her child. So, aw. Come here. When I was young, there was the queen and the queen mother. No idea who's older. Really? Really? She's been there for a super long time. Hasn't she surpassed like every other reigning monarch, like the longest monarch to sit on the throne ever? There is no queen mother right now. And there won't be another one until one of William's children sits on the throne. How's that, huh? A really long time before there's another queen mother. I had to give him fuel. Dee's just itching for it. Just itching. Come here. My oldest is named Nellie after my grandmother. Nellie is an old name. You know, I didn't realize that Mercedes was such an old name until I moved out here to New Mexico and was around so many Spanish people. I had no idea that Mercedes was such an old name. None. Terry, I think you might want to check that, because I think that there was a big, huge to-do about Queen Elizabeth being the longest reigning monarch. There was a big, huge to-do about that. We need to check that. Now we need to check it, because now I have questions. I'm pretty sure it's Elizabeth. Is... monarch in history. Louis the Great. Terry's right. Still holding on the top spot with an impressive 72-year and 110-day reign is Louis the 14th of France, known as Louis the Great or the Sun King. The French monarch hold on. Stop. Yes, I accept your stupid cookies. Oh, where did it go? Yep, Terry is right. Terry is right. There we go. She's the longest reigning monarch in England, not all the countries. That must have been what I saw then, when she went past, what did I do? Where am I? Is that my corner? Yes, that's my corner. Maybe when she surpassed Victoria. I had a client named Mercedes, and she told me that over her lifetime it has been pronounced 3 different ways, right? Terry is good, Terry is wise. Elvis was only king for 22 years. I don't know if he was a child king. Let me look. Actually, unless... oh god, it's opening up Twitter. She's 5th. She's 5th, because there was Louis of France, who was 72 years and 110 days. And then there was another one that I cannot pronounce, and I'm not even going to try, from Thailand. And he was 70 years and 126 days. And then there was another one from Liechtenstein, who was 70 years and 91 days. And then another one from somewhere where I don't even know where in Sam Hill that was. I mean, is this even really a thing? But they say that he reigned for 68 years and 33 days, and then Elizabeth comes in at 67 years, 354 days at the time of that. So maybe, I mean, it was... when did this come out? Come on, stop it, go back. When was this tweeted? 1/26/20 was when this Excel spreadsheet came out, and they've got all kinds of other rulers on here too. Victoria's in the 10th spot, but I mean, that's only a couple, it's only a couple days between them, so I would think it's pretty safe to say that by now she is in the 4th spot. How old is the Dalai Lama? Doesn't the Dalai Lama, the Dhamma, doesn't it change? It's not just one person, doesn't it change? Come here, come here. And that came out on my birthday. Yeah, I think Louie's getting it by like a technicality there. Listen, I'm just telling you what the thing said. Just telling you. I did say that by now, because what, she was at 68 years and 354 days, and he was at, what, 69 and 33 days or something like that. So she was like getting ready to take him over. Whenever it was written. Is it not that the Dalai Lama likes to get reincarnated? I believe that that's the way that it happens, yes. Don't shoot the messenger. There's all kinds of stuff going around. Yes, he gets reincarnated, but the current guy is pretty old on his own. I don't know. I have no idea, honestly. Maybe somebody could Google it. Maybe the Google will tell us what his birthday is. 68 years and 123 days as of today. Oof. Who's that guy? Then yeah, he would have gone past it. Because that guy was at 68 years and 33 days. So a little under 100 days ago, she moved up to the 4th position. So it was not a lie on January 26th of this year. Settle down. Just ask Google, see how many get answers. Ha ha ha, yeah. So food talk? Oh. We've done so well without any food talk, you guys. This may have been, like, I think in the history of all of the lives that we have done, there has only ever been one where we did not have any food talk at all. Do you guys know which one it was? Because I distinctly remember which one it was. Chinese takeout. Oh, I would love Chinese food. I would. These people around here. And full of useless, trivial information. You know, that's me, because when I was in school, I was part of a club called Vocational Industrial Clubs of America, and we competed every year. And I, aside from competing in my specific trade, I also competed in what was called Quiz Bowl, and it was kind of like Jeopardy, but it was teams, and you had 5 people on a team. And my Quiz Bowl team would meet An hour before school started, we would meet the entire hour of lunch, and then an hour after school was over. We was serious about it. And we won nationals every single year that I was there. You want to talk about a whole lot of useless knowledge? I got a whole lot of useless knowledge that doesn't do me no good. No good at all. And you know what? All of that stuff that I learned in school didn't help me with remembering that my swamp cooler has 2 switches. None of it. That whole, if you're going 60 miles an hour down the road and this is the diameter and circumference of your tire, and you go X amount of miles, how much is the wear on a... I ain't never used none of that stuff in my life. It would have been great to have it drilled into me that there's these things called swamp coolers out there in the world, and that I might one of these days run up on those suckers, and that I would have to remember that I have to turn on the pump to make it actually blow out cool air. That would have been helpful. No. No, that's not what I got. Graphic arts was my trade, John. Way back in the day, before graphic arts turned into what it is today, because when I was in school, it was not like it is now, to say the least. But I guess if we ever go into the apocalypse and technology goes in reverse, I'll still be able to screen print t-shirts, and I know how to work very old newspaper presses, and I know how to typeset all of those things. What's a swamp cooler? It's evaporated air versus central heating and air. Did you change the filter on your swamp cooler? I'm not getting up on the roof. No, I did not. I just simply turned on the pump and it started blowing cool air instead of the hot air. But no, I'm not climbing up on my roof. Stephanie, I'm older than you and I didn't know what a swamp cooler was before. You know, I think it's a regional thing, okay? I really do, Jen. I think it's a regional thing. Because we just don't have them back east. We just don't. But it would have been nice to have a little bit of warning regardless. I'm just saying. Oh, come here. Stop resisting. Resistance is futile. Yeah, no swamp coolers in New England, huh? Yeah, they're not okay. They are not okay. And whoever it was that decided that evaporated cooling was a good substitute for central heat and air, they need to be shooken, shaken, shooken, shooked repeatedly. Are there swamps in New Mexico? No, Cindy. It's evaporated cooling where they pass air over filters that are soaked in water, and the water cools down the air. Theoretically, the water cools down the air and then pushes it into your house. That's what a swamp cooler is. Did your brother ever get him cheerwine? Do I need to take him some? I don't know, but if you're ever heading that way, let me know and I will find out if he's at work. Because if he's at work, he's super easy to find. But just know that if you hand him a bottle of cheer wine, you may have a grown man cry right in front of you. Because it's been almost 5 years for me, and I've been home twice. Been home 3 times in 5 years since I've been out here. My brother Charles has been out there in Wyoming for like 10 years, and he hasn't been home at all. So he will probably break down and cry if you take him a bottle of cheer wine right in front of you. Thrown out. Don't shake them, just throw them out. No, that person needs to be shook. John, that would be a funny shirt. Oh, Stephanie, calm down. Freaky said it took me years to figure out what AC meant. Well, you live up in Canada. I can't imagine that. Does it even get warm up there? Like warm enough to where you need air conditioner? Like, I'm asking honestly, because you guys are so far north up there. They're talking about a movie. I don't know the movie that they're talking about, but they're thoroughly enjoying themselves. Yeah, get those filters checked. It sounds like a prime environment for I don't like air conditioners. I'm cold all the time. Oof. Mm-mm. The idea of having no air conditioner, that's not okay. Oh, they're talking about Tu Wong Fu. Okay. Now I get it. Now y'all, I miss Patrick Swayze. I'm just going to tell you the truth. I miss Patrick Swayze. I'm still not okay. You get out from under there. Y'all, look at this. Look at how perfect that's coming out. I love nurturing fibers. I get such great satisfaction with how those balls unravel. I really do. Do you know that Carly can wrap those balls by hand? I've watched her do it. Not in person, but I have watched her when Jen was down at the Cape and visiting her, and they went on Facebook Live, and I watched Carly handball a ball just like this with her hands. And any of you guys that have bought this yarn, you've seen how uniform everything is. I watched that woman do it with her hands. Absolutely amazing. The best center pull balls ever. 20 minutes. Yay! Is that the one about the drag queens? Yes, Cindy, it was. It had Patrick Swayze in it. Sue said, I love it when that happens. Me too. I really do. It's very satisfying when it happens like that. John, have you worked with your cotton yet? Where am I at? John was thinking that I was crazy, so he had to go and buy some cotton. But I haven't gotten a report yet, because he had to go into making his mama's blanket, because his mama threw a fit, because he makes blankets for everybody else, but hadn't made a blanket for her. I made a quick granny to get the feel of it and then frogged it back. Ah. So, Stephanie, which live was it when no food was discussed? Guessing your first one. No. The only live where there was absolutely no food discussed was the live where I unboxed my first box of yarn from South Africa. And it took up that whole live because there was so much of it. Yeah, that one. There was no food talk through that one at all. Are you making a blanket? Yes, ma'am, I am. I thought I was going to play Yarn Chicken finishing Jean Ann. Yeah, it uses every bit of that ball of Lego Lush. Are you making a Yaya's pattern since you frogged it? It's like the new standard. I need the right project for that stuff. I was thinking the bonbon blanket, maybe. You know what? Bonnie has another blanket that she's working on. I'm not going to give you details. I'm not going to because it's not my place to. But I will tell you that that blanket that Bonnie is working on is just stunning. It's beautiful. It's a new one. I don't know when she's going to be ready to release it because she needed some more yarn for it. So she just got that last week. So I don't know when she's going to be ready to release it. Hopefully in July sometime. We will see. I love the way it crochets too. I really do. What I love most about it is that it doesn't tear the skin off of my fingers. Like so many cottons that we Americans over here are used to. It does not hurt us. Guys, where's Sally? Did Sally make a hair appointment? Did the world open back up? Sally made a hair appointment. I haven't seen Sally at all. Sally, are you out there? I get all worried when the regulars don't show up. Bonnie's blankets kill me. They all get written down on my to-do list. I love her patterns. Yeah, this one is going to go there, I promise you. My cousin made a homemade cheesecake with a chocolate crust and a cherry pie filling on top. Oh. Oof. That sounds yummy. I want to learn mosaic, so maybe I'll do a mosaic thing. It's going to take a lot though. This is mosaic. This right here, this is all mosaic all the way up to this border right there. That is all mosaic crochet. All of it. Mosaic is easy. It's a state of mind. Once you get into the flow of it and you get into the habit of it, you'll have no problem at all. Mosaic is easy, easy, easy peasy. What part of the world is Sally in? She's in Australia. Yep, Tenna just started putting out some videos on mosaic crochet technique. Oof. It's very, very, very easy. Super easy. Hey, Daigo. I think the thing that steers people away from mosaic is because the finished product always looks a lot more complicated than what it actually is. Because you can either make it look silly, silly simple with the stitches, with the patterns that you choose that are mosaic patterns and the yarn that you choose, or you can make it look incredibly detailed just by changing your yarn strategically. It's crazy the difference that it will make. But at the end of the day, it's nothing but back loop single crochet, front loop double crochet, 2 rows below. Every now and then, like Tenna's starting to put out more advanced patterns with mosaic, like on this washcloth. This is still mosaic, and it's still working the stitches just as you would normally going across here, but they're worked at a diagonal. So she's just now starting to break into that to give it curves, but it's still the same premise. So don't, you guys, if you guys want to try mosaic, go for it, because it's definitely not as hard as you think it is. I agree, John. Good night, Beverly. If I can learn mosaic, anybody can. Oh. Should definitely give it a try. And it's also, once you learn mosaic and you get the technique down, because that's really all it is, it's just a technique. Once you get the technique down, like literally some graph paper and a pen, and you will be off to the races, because it's super, super easy to look at a pattern and then go to your graph paper and color out the blocks. That's all that you have to do. Super, super easy. I'm not intimidated by it, just have to find the time. My next project will be mosaic. Eventually I want to make a Celtic knot pattern blanket. Oof. Oof. Jen, oh, what is her name? Hang on. Hang on. I will find it. Like, I have to pause and find this name for you, because, and I'm feeling kind of bad that her name is, oh shoot. Oh, her name is Jen, and I forgot that Bonnie locked up her Facebook profile. Shoot. Her name is Jen, I'll forget. Anywho, she makes the most beautiful Celtic knot crochet. Seriously, seriously beautiful. She is all about the Irish life. All about it. I gotta find Jennifer. I want to say it's Lawson, but I don't think that that's what it is. I'll have to find it for you. You'll have to remind me. I'll have to send Bonnie a message to get her last name for you. Helen Co. does have some beautiful, beautiful mosaic patterns. Yes, she does. Pause for dramatic effect. Yeah, I'd have had it for you right now, but Bonnie put she put her profile, her Jennifer Ryan. Thank you, Wanda. Jennifer Ryan. Jennifer Ryan. You need to look up Jennifer Ryan, because she has some gorgeous, 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 gorgeous Celtic crochet work. Seriously, I met her at the Crochet Guild of America conference in Manchester last year. That woman, beautiful work. Yep, Wanda did take one of her classes. Yep. She does beautiful stuff with Celtic patterns. You'll like her, John. Check her out. And anybody else. If you happen to like Celtic things, Jennifer does a very, very, very good job. And she's such a sweet lady. Super sweet lady. I smashed her subscribe button. She's new to YouTube, and she's new to social media. It's only been within the last 6 months, I think, that she's come on social media. She had to be peer pressured into coming on to social media, but don't let the age of those profiles or those accounts detour you, because she's the real deal. Thank you, Ida. Ida just popped up her website. Thank you, thank you, thank you. CelticKnotCrochet.com. I should have been able to remember that. Jen does beautiful thing, you guys. Check her out. I'm in almost all Celtic things. Okay. It's coming. It's coming. I still don't know how I feel about it. We'll see. We will see. Just let it keep growing. It's almost time to go, guys. It's going to be 2 weeks before I see you guys again. Don't forget, please, please, please do not forget that if you place an order with Good Loops after 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, which is 1 p.m. Eastern Time on Friday, it will not go out until Tuesday because I am going on vacation. I will not be on social media. My moderators and my admins, they will be around. They will be watching as they always do. Around the clock, we have admins that are up all the time, so they will be keeping the It's Crochet O'Clock Facebook group you know, protected and a-okay, and somebody will be there watching it, but I will not be there. That also means that I am not going to be around for World Crochet Day and Knit in Public Day. That's on the 13th. I actually have an event that I'm going to. That's Saturday. So you guys do me proud. Post all kinds of pictures of knitting in public or working with yarn out in public. Make sure that you do all of that. I will not be here next Monday night. I will be here tomorrow. Not here, but I will be on the Good Loops Facebook page tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Time with Jennifer for our normal Good Loops weekly. But after that, you guys will not see me again for 2 weeks. Well, no, you'll see me again on Tuesday morning, the Good Loops Live, because I won't miss a Good Loops Live, but I will miss an It's Crochet O'Clock order. Gonna place an order at 10:30 on Friday. You can do that. You can do that because the website says if you place an order by 11 a.m. Mountain Time, it will go out that day. And it normally does. Except for on that Monday. Because I'm not doing anything. I'm turning off the phone. Nobody's going to be able to get a hold of me. I'm not turning off the phone, but I'm turning off all social media. All of that. Nobody's going to be able to get a hold of me. You stay safe and stay away from the Rona. I'm going to stay away from the Rona. You guys be good. If you're not part of the It's Crochet O'Clock Facebook group, you should probably consider joining that. If you are not a patron, you should probably consider joining that because patrons get me in some they get all of my super secret squirrel things and all of that. And you guys think that you see a whole lot of frogging and everything going on here. The patrons get to see a whole lot more. Amok. Yes. Yes. No, Anthony, I'm not going to say it. I refuse to say it. Make sure you are spreading kindness wherever you go. Remember that everybody that you come in contact with may be dealing with something that you have no idea of what they are going to. So make sure that you are smiling at folks and that you are being a light out there in the world. Go enjoy your vacation. I will miss you guys too. Not really, but I will miss you. I promise. So I will see you guys later. I am going to say bye-bye for now. Y'all be good, or be good at it if you can't be good. I will see you guys in 2 weeks. Bye.